ain't gonna be but so professional. We about to light up in this motherfucker and we lit.
You know what I'm saying? Not be all sleep and shit though.
No, we lit. We back.
We back, y'all. What's this?
I mean, we gonna smoke a couple of blunts. I'm about to bring a little brew up.
Where you do that? Let me get some shit. Really?
Cat. What you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking for snacks. I'm sorry. I thought you was looking for snacks.
I mean,
While you was doing that, I was gonna get some snacks.
cat.
Okay.
Well, you can go grab your snacks and shit. You know, I'll give him a little minute to get here, right? He said he was gonna come up. He was gonna call in. You know what I mean? Go get some snacks.
Alright.
You know what I mean? I'll wait for you. I'll start rolling up.
Alright.
Because we gonna talk about this shit. I want to know for real, what the outcome was. You know what I mean? I'm assuming that DK won the battle because I know that he was the champion of the pit for a while. And I remember Quay having the belt before him, unless they had a remix, some shit I don't know about. But I'm going to assume that that's what happened. But we gonna talk about it though. We definitely about to talk about it. Anybody want to come up or whatever, it's always welcome. I know it's a little late, so I'm trying not to take up too much of your time. But this was a goodie though. It's definitely a goodie. She got hella snacks. So this wasn't actually a championship match. This was like a #1 contender match.
Right.
At the time, Bacardi was the pit champion. And this match was to see who was going to take on Cardi for the belt.
Okay.
So I'm gonna see one more time. I'm gonna see if
Okay. Let me put that right there. Let me put right here.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Sleepy ass.
That's not that long though.
Man, tell them. Oh, you got your phone?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, tell them again.
Okay.
You did.
I don't know if you're gonna answer it. I ain't look at the last one I sent.
Hold up.
If they not friends with you,
No,
look at me.
Eating snacks and shit, laid up.
Laid out looking crazy.
Right. Alright, y'all. So we about to go ahead and get started with this recap review of the classic pit #1 contender matchup again between DK and Quay the lyricist. Let's get to it. You want me to set it off, or you want to do round one? You want to start it off? All right, I'm gonna let you eat your snacks. All right, so round one, DK goes first. He had a line about you couldn't stop a fist from gutter, but you gonna stop a K out the gate. I thought that shit was fire. This battle got a lot of backstories to it. You know, we definitely gonna have to do like some behind the scene pit shit and some like you know, some interviews and shit, and get these stories, you know what I mean, in rotation. I mean, I know a lot of niggas in the pit know the history and the shit that's going on behind these battles, but this shit the fans gotta know about, yo, because it'll make the battles more interesting, and you know what I mean, like let people know what the fuck type of shit done happened, so they can, you know what I mean, have some weight behind the battles. You know what I mean? It's just like when you watch any other league or any other battle, and you know such and such swung on this person, or they had a fight, and then they about to battle, or his man about to battle his man. Like, you gonna want to watch because you gonna want to hear about the shit that, you know what I mean. So just something to think about. He had a leprosy bar that was cool. He had a 360 deal bar that was cool. He said he'd make lyricists a ghostwriter. You feel me? That whole scheme was crazy. He got into this whole little flowing pocket, and then he ended it with like stole the lyricist like a bitten bull. That whole shit was fire. The Kappa HBCU bar was fire, and I like the snap on cue, like sleeper agent shit. That shit was cool too. And that's how he closed out the round. I wish these rounds was a little bit longer, because I feel like both of them really was like cooking in the first. Quay came out, he had like an easy pass bar that was fire. He started talking about that man girl or shit, like a model. He was like, man, you keep talking about that model. Y'all both come to events with no shape ups. Like, he was just disrespectful as fuck. He was really mean, and I'm here for all that shit because I like the fucking disrespect and the fuck shit. That's why I don't battle rap. Because you know what I mean, like, yeah, yo, like, we fighting. He had a whole like Wu-Tang like Raekwon bar that was fire. He had a Clyde Drexler bar that was tough. Come up, bro. Come up, bro. Facts, yo. Hey, he had the Clyde Drexler bar, and then he started getting into this whole like, whoa, whoa, what's good, bro?
What, bro?
Hey, yo, we still on round one. I just got started for real, all right. You know what I mean? So then he got into the fucking the whole like the stuttering. You want me to believe you busting trigger? Nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga. Like that whole shit was nuts, yo. That shit was nuts, yo. Like, that might have been my favorite part of the whole fucking battle, for real, yo. He said he'd put his eyes on Dubs. It's 2020, your vision to be right shit. That shit was fire. The little blade with the jagged edge bar was cool. He was like, you know, turn up where the party at. You know what I mean? Like, that's some shit, you know what I mean? Like, if you watching the battle with your girl, she gonna catch that shit. She like, oh yeah, no jagged edge. Where the party at? Yeah, fuck that shit. You know what I mean? He told that nigga, yeah, bitch box dropped right in front of me. Now that's a care package. That shit was fire. He had a Amber Dagger bar that was fire. And then another bar he had that hit was that the talking shit online, the whole Jay and Silent Bob shit. That was fire, sir.
Right.
That shit was fire. I fuck with that that shit. That was my favorite too.
My man was definitely
He
lyrical.
was like, "Are you I guess no pussy 97 online?" He's like, "Yeah," and they dragged that nigga out the house and fucked him up because he was talking shit online. You know what I mean? Yeah. How you call it, babe?
All right, so round one, I say lyricist won that round. DK had punch
Yeah.
after punch. He was punching. But lyricist had that energy. And I feel like it came down to energy because they both was like, they were like had heavy punches. Like when
Right.
like you said, when he started that was fire. I really like that was fire. And I understand why they call him lyricist. So I give lyricist the first one.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Larry has definitely got that one.
Yeah, I feel like DK was trying to finesse and show his pen and shit and all of that, and fucked around and ran into a nigga who had a pen and the aggression, and
It was aggression for me.
Clay took the first round because he was just more direct, more, his
I'm
energy
telling you,
was
the
turned up.
quiet niggas be the ones.
Yo, like he came out that round like with him. So you can start off round two, Red.
All right, so round two. I feel like round two was debatable. It was debatable for me. Like they both had, well, lyricist had the energy anyway, but they both had punches. But it was debatable for me. I want to say that for round two, DK, that shell line was crazy. It was. Lyricist was cooking. He had so many bars. I couldn't keep up really in the second round. Like he had bars and bars and bars. Like he really
I
was
tired of me
hot.
pausing that shit. He was wigging.
Right.
Right. He was
Like, I
He
talking
was on some
tired of
battle rap
balls
centric
down.
shit right there.
Hell yeah, I got tired of writing.
He had to rewind them and shit.
right.
Facts.
He was talking
Facts.
crazy with it.
Yeah, man. So in round two, DK comes out. He was talking about how the nigga Quay emotional and shit. Like niggas be sliding niggas, and then when they get to him, he want to get mad and shit. You know what I mean? Take that shit somewhere else. And he was like, nigga, just think of something creative to say back. You feel me? You act like your name ain't the lyricist. You feel me? I thought that shit was cool. You know what I mean? He had the whole shit like, believe me if I say I believe you a bitch shit. I like that shit, yo. I like when niggas call each other bitches in battles. You know what I mean? Like I like that disrespect, yo. Keep it up. You feel me? He had a bar that, you know what I mean? It was like about how Maryland skipping seasons and shit. You feel me? That was cool. He said some shit like petty time, give me a reason to trip. Then he had this fire ass bar like I made so many niggas pass I could lead the league in assists. That shit was fire.
Yeah, that was fine.
He had like a whole little low pot he got into like be believable, believe in yourself, and some shit like that I fucked with. The Terrapin, Me the Show shit was cool. And I fucked with the last bar, he was like, this is chemistry, gas in the room, the heat gonna rise, that shit was fire.
Right.
And then for Quay, he came out telling this nigga how he from Ellicott City, and I don't think DK liked that shit because he got emotional about that shit. Like he got real offended when the nigga told him he was from Ellicott City. Like
Right. He wanted to correct that ASAP.
he wanted to punch that nigga in the mouth. Which, you know what I mean? If you gonna
He
get
said
mad
he
like
is
that,
not from Anne Arundel, Howard, whatever
I'm not
county that is.
encouraging the violence, but if you're gonna get mad like that and not punch a nigga in the mouth, then like it kind of like just looks bad on camera. So you know what I mean? Don't say you're gonna hit a nigga in the mouth on camera and you don't punch a nigga in the mouth, bro. Hey, for real.
I mean, it was for effect. It did its job.
Don't do that. No. 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 I mean, he told that nigga he had the bullets had DK dancing like Diddy. Every step I take, that shit was fire. Yo, he had a fucking dragon fruit, like he had peeled an orange or something, get the dragon fruit, some shit like that. That shit was fire. I stayed close to the machine, like with Wiki. He a bitch in the swat like Miss Piggy. That whole nigga, like that's around the time I got tired of writing this shit because it was like too many back to backs and I low. You know what I mean?
That was like a diss track bar right there.
Nigga, that nigga said, you got dots on the guard face like Morgan Freeman. He had a diesel fuel bar that was fire. He had a Encino Man bar that was fire. I told you,
Right.
I remember, like,
I like that Encino Man shit.
I'm an OG, nigga. I remember Encino Man, nigga. You feel me? The whole Quay Man shit, nigga. I remember that shit, nigga. I know that shit hit, nigga. And then he had, like, a whole, like, I got some shit on the grill scheme. That shit was fire. That shit was fire. This was a close round. To me, it was a close round. I like Quay's aggression, and I like his directness.
Yeah, that energy mean a lot.
I like it a little bit more than like I feel like I want to say if DK had like one or two more haymakers in the round, like some, you know, like because he did turn up and get aggressive at points. You know that they was
Yeah, he brought a little bit more energy.
You know what
on
I
the
mean?
second round.
It's just something like I like Quay's style a little bit more than DK's this battle. That's it. You know what I mean? Like it's not like it's a clear sweep to me. You know what I mean? Like I feel like he's edging these rounds because he's doing a little bit more punching and saying a little bit more shit that I like a little bit. You know what I mean? That's really it. The third round, DK come out, you know, with his intro. He rebuttals. The second round, Quay had he kind of like jumped DK a little bit, and this man jumped in the round. And in the third round, DK, Quay and this man jumped DK, and then in the third round, DK rebutted it, and it was cool. You feel me? Cause like anytime you throw a nigga in the round that I fuck with, like the first round he threw gut in there, that's my nigga. So you know what I mean? I'm gonna fuck with that ball. And then in the third round, DK threw Rebel in there, and that's my nigga. So I'm just biased, you know, with a lot of shit. I ain't even gonna lie. So yeah, I fuck with that shit. You had the crowd participation, you feel me, where he was like getting the crowd engaged with the shit, you feel me? That shit was cool. Then he hit him with one of my favorite bars of the battle was he had put his head on top of Wild's, told to pole them niggas. That
Right,
shit was crazy.
totem pole.
That shit was crazy. You go cool, you had to reach the next level, you had to watch a nigga die, shit was crazy. He was getting in these flow pockets in this round too that I fuck with. Shit, the K take backs like recyclables, that shit is fire. Ricky with the piece like my box top getting played, you know what I mean? Like, you know, he had some shit in there, you know, the revolver spinning over the dreidel, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know, he had some little shit in there, but it wasn't heavy enough. And Quay came out in the third with the whole, you know what I mean? You call yourself Big Blunts Bruce, and Shoney be blowing it down.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, yo.
But then again, the energy.
Then he started getting disrespectful, talking about that man wife again. He was like, man, you be dancing in the rain for Samantha. You saved the last dance ass nigga. You got served ass nigga. Like, something like, yo, like, what the fuck, yo? Like, he said your name Dom because this bitch more dominant or some shit. You know what I mean? And then he was like, he'd give 6'8" the click with what's left for dominant. Like, he was wilding, yo. He was wilding, yo. I like his aggression. The whole bitch shit went over good. You feel me? When he was saying his bars and this man was coming in with the bitch. You know what I mean? Like, that shit was crazy.
Yeah. The timing on that shit was perfect. You feel what I'm saying? That made that effect just hit more.
Facts. the whole "you too tall to swing low, you bitch ass nigga" shit was just funny to me. The 40 and 0 to his face, like wild, yo. Yeah, that was straight. Yeah, yo, y'all was wilding in that bitch, yo. Y'all was wilding in that bitch, yo. The whole "you too tall to swing low" shit. Before you, yo, any boxing bars, yo. I'm telling you, if y'all niggas want to win me over, yo, any boxing bars, yo, I'm on that shit, yo. You feel me? And these niggas definitely was tag teaming that nigga, yo. They triple tag team that nigga. The whole disposition shit was nutty. You feel me? The affirmation, what the nigga say? The whole affirmation stamp like an affidavit shit. I fucked with that shit. That shit was fire. Living, I'm a legend on the block like Pappy Mick. Yo, the nigga was wildin', yo. Like I got Quay with the gentlemen. I don't know how the fuck y'all called it that day. I got called down there. You feel me? Like DK Night Show. Like he was hitting some little pockets with the pen, with the flows and all of that shit. He was saying some cool shit, but this nigga came for blood, yo. This nigga Quay came for blood, yo. Like I don't. Yeah, like. What you got to say, babe?
So for the third round, I gave it to Lyricist. Like DK did a more Mortal Kombat line. That was crazy, like you said, baby. In the beginning of the round, and when Quay mentioned the tattoo sleeves, I was wild. I was crying. Like tattoo sleeves is crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
They'll say tattoo sleeves ain't popular since the high school or something.
Right. So that
Tattoos
was crazy.
last forever though.
Right. So I give that round to Lyricist.
Hey, yo, and I want these was Rex Pixie, yo. Like I did like a couple battles as they dropped, but one of the initial ones we did, and this one was shit that Rex picked, yo. And we're gonna have to have a conversation, Rex, because like both the battles you picked out to me was like clear, yo. You feel me? Like really ain't too much to debate about. You know what I mean? Like I feel like
Good battles, good rappers, but like you said, it's kind of clear.
you know what I mean? Like yeah, bro. Like I feel like Quay took this one, yo. I can't lie. He was doing a whole lot, yo. I feel like he was just hit. I feel like he wanted it a little bit more, yo. You feel me? You could tell that he was really like trying to prove something. But I feel like DK was like, "Oh, I got this shit, yo. This shit easy." Like,
Yeah, DK definitely had the confidence.
Yeah, he had like a piece missing. You feel me? Like, oh shit, you feel me? You know, but hey, yeah, yo, like
You know, DK looked like he had the, you know what I mean, the 30 clip in the book bag, you know, but turns out, you know what I mean, that's the, you know what I mean, wasn't as didn't go the way he thought it was gonna go. But he definitely had that confidence.
But it, like I said, it's not like it was like a body, because like my notes ain't that far off. I just feel like the shit that you know what I mean, like the shit
No,
Quay
it
was saying
definitely
was
wasn't a
heavy.
body, but it was one of them things where as though, you know, one lyricist stepped up to the table with more energy, and a little bit more aggressiveness. You feel what I'm saying? And this is a fight. You feel what I'm saying? This is a verbal fight. So
Right.
it is what it is.
Right. I mean, it could, like I said, they all like this. It's an opinionated sport. You know what I mean? Like it's a style mesh thing. You feel me? Like I think it might have been a style clash too. You know, because like I said, you got DK who he like. I feel like Quay the lyricist is just as lyrical and punched a little bit harder, and that was just it. You feel me? I prefer the shit that he was saying a little bit more than what you know what I mean DK was saying, and I caught You know what I mean? All the shit they were saying. It's just, certain shit might not move me that might move the next man. You feel me? Like, it might be a bar that you might hear and it might sound crazy to you, and it might just sound regular to me. And then I might hear some shit like that whole, you know what I mean, affirmation, affidavit shit like that shit. I fucking love that shit, yo. But somebody else might have thought that shit was light. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's what it boiled down to. You know what I mean? But I got Quay edging every round for real, for real.
I got
And we the
first.
fans, so I don't care what y'all niggas, how y'all niggas feel about it. We the fans.
Exactly.
Our vote matters.
I got the first round lyricist, second round debatable, and third round lyricist.
We about to go back and rewatch all the pit battles and rewrite pit history, nigga, and give out belts that we gonna have a whole new.
Okay. I turn gray like that.
Because my phone was trying
See
to
who needs some rematches.
definitely just. But see that's the thing too, yo. Like a lot of these niggas have leveled up since then, so
Right.
the rematches would be fire, yo. So
I think I hear like, you know what I mean, maybe a grudge match event or something, maybe that, you know what I mean, later on down the line, man. Some of these people who, wanted to win but just got, TKO, we ain't gonna say you got knocked out. But by decision, you lost. So, you know what I mean? Might want to jump back in that ring.
But see, that's the thing though. Like, if I'm not mistaken, yo, I think the way this shit played out was that I think they gave it to DK. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
I remember him battling Cardi, and then DK was the king of the pit for a while.
I don't know. It might have hit different in person, but on the video, you know what I mean? I see Quay all
That
day.
should be happening though. That should be happening though, because you called it in the building. You said that that no, he said that what's the fucking one we did? No. Yeah. He said Orange Hat lost the battle in the building, right? You said that Ray Cobain won in the building, right?
Right. Okay.
He battled Orange Hat, yo.
Oh. Yeah, I mean that was a good match. That was like debatable.
Yeah, but like, everybody was saying that it was like a 30, and all that. And I think you actually called it even or said that
Nah, I thought, I mean, in the group, I mean, it sounded like, see, that's a whole different battle too. I see what you're trying to do. But motherfucker, in the group, it seemed like, everybody was, or hours pumping himself up, he won, but nah, I don't, I'm just saying that third round, definitely, you can't body nobody with a third round like that. I'm gonna just leave it like that, though.
Where you on that, bro? I feel you on that. And like I still kind of feel like that round was debatable. But I don't, what I mean? I think the whole issue with that battle was that Ray was talking so spicy before the battle, like he was just gonna wash the nigga. So the fact that it's even debatable, they're saying that he lost.
Bro, boxers get on that stage and they mean mug on that weigh-in all day. But at the end of the day, it's who win the next night, bro. So, you know what I mean?
I don't know. But
I don't know. I gotta
these
rewatch.
shits is
I'm gonna
looking
rewatch the Ira joint, the Orange Hat. I ain't seen the video. Y'all have, you know what I mean? I'm gonna rewatch it and really marinate on it.
definitely watching it. It's a good ass battle. You know what I mean? That's a good ass battle.
Right 30. I don't care what nobody say. Rate 30.
What'd you say?
I say rate 30 to him.
See, she said right there, But the whole time, wasn't it the, supposed to be the other way around?
It's supposed to be the other way around, but when I watch that battle, I say rate 30.
She said Ray 30. I gave Ray the first and the second. The second and the third, I gotta like really, you know what I mean? I gotta really sit down and say fuck the pen and the pad and just, you know what I mean? Look at who I think won it. You know, because I really feel like,
It's not a queen. It's not a clean sweep on
yeah,
Chad.
like
It's definitely not that.
I feel like those rounds was too close. You feel me? Like both of them did little shit that it was like, yo, like I can give Orange Hat the third off of these couple balls alone for real if I wanted to. You know what I mean? But then from how Ray was talking to how he set up his whole third, I'm like, yo, this like Rick's third round against Rod. You feel me? Like where it's more the talking to than the actual punching with a little bit of punching in there. You feel me? A little bit, you know what I mean? So overall, it just came off a certain way. You know what I mean? So then it
Right.
comes down to what do you prefer? Do you prefer the punches and the dancing around and the different shit that he did in the third, or do you like the overall scheme and you know what I mean? Everything. So it's hard to call, yo. You feel me? I feel like the third hard to call, but we ain't. You know, that's a whole nother battle. This one right here, I got Quay taking it.
Yeah.
Quay.
Quay.
Way.
It is what it is.